Look,
It's just,
I've been through things in life where I've been homeless. I've had my family turn their back on me. I've lived in Wawa parking lots in my vehicle. I've ate out of trash cans. I begged for money in the past, and
was this like a couple weeks ago, or was
it
this?
was just last night. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
I just gave you my whole dichotomy of last night. But no, like I've lived that. So like when you've had that, you've had to humble yourself to that period of time. There's nothing at this point that you can be
The
embarrassed
fact
of.
that you're willing to share that is huge because there's people who would never admit to going through it like that.
I think that my test has became my testimony. So if you can get anything from me, you can see what I experienced and go, maybe I don't want to do that.
That's why you're not. That's why you're doing really well and still not stopping. That's why, because you always remember that. Is that why?
It's pretty, yeah. And I have kids, so like I don't ever want them to experience that. So I want them to be proud of what I do, and I don't want them to ever think that the path that I lived before was okay for them.
So you're a very interesting person. Just that kind of story is wild. Just a boring life is that's the biggest tragedy to me.
It is, except for the peace that it brings. So what most people would consider boring, I consider protecting my peace. Like for me, I don't want any outside disruptions of what I'm trying to accomplish, or I don't want any type of distractions from my kids, or I don't want, you won't see me like throwing my kids out on social media. I want them focused on their world. I don't want them to be involved in whatever I do, because sometimes I make mistakes. I say the wrong thing. I piss the wrong people off. People get agitated by my confidence. They're kind of beta of them, but nonetheless, it's just kind of how that works. Um, but ultimately, like what we have built and what we're building together is just the positive vibe. And I think that's all it is. Like every interaction we've done with every client, they've always been happy. They always tell me how much they like you. I think they generally tell you how much they like me.
Or
And then it just builds. And then they tell the realtor, and then the realtor tells somebody. And then, so when I came in, when I met you, I had just started with the company 12 months into it, I think. I don't know, 12 months ago, 15 months. I don't really remember. It was a dark part. I try not to remember it. But when I met you, I had no experience. No one knew that I was good at what I did. I had done a lot of talk in the interview and things like that. And then to live up to it a couple times and then see how that spun into lots of different opportunities, it's been great. And although I'm very thankful for our past and getting us together today, we don't have to live like that anymore. And now we're building bigger and better things. And I think that's the most exciting part.
you know what's really interesting? A big lesson I learned
Scared to ask.
lately on this journey is it, and this is crazy. It doesn't matter how good you are at your job. It doesn't. What matters is people want to work with people that they know, they trust, and they like. And that just blows my mind. It's like I worked so hard to get really good, made so many mistakes, and I'm like, I'll go to people and be like, "Hey, I'm really good. I have a great track record," and it's just like they don't want to meet with me because they don't know me yet. And it's like that matters more. They'll work with somebody who's not good because they like them.
Yeah.
And I, that's one thing everybody needs to know, and it's why social media is the new way, because people need to know who you are. That is just so important, and that's the name of this game.
It's funny you say that because in the insurance world, it's the same thing. There are so many people who advertise they're great at insurance, and then you actually work with one of their clients and you realize they were just McDonald's. They just offered, would you like fries with that kind of
Yeah.
conversation? There's no real understanding of what needs to be protected, what they need to make sure they're honoring or living up to. And there's a lot of those, a lot of fly by night. You get your insurance license, you get a fancy logo, they tell you it's a Ferrari, and then you have no experience, and then you come up against someone like me who can take a client from wherever they are and build out an insurance plan to protect their nest egg. It's a complete different world.
Will people work with you? Let's say your product costs more than another person. Are you at a level where they'll work with you and pay more just because it's you?
And last year we actually have a statistic. Last year, 2024, we had a running closing ratio of 88%, and we were more expensive 70% of the time. So our service was that valued that no matter how much our premium was, $500 more expensive, $2,000 more expensive. There was one case I was $11,000 more expensive on a policy because our service was second to none. They had no questions about the price.
That is wild. So
It is wild.
I feel the same way. Sometimes I'll spend more on anything if I'm like, this is exactly how I want it done.
That's what they say. Millionaires generally find the value in the cost. So the difference in a millionaire and a non-millionaire is if it's a $1,000 expenditure, they just want to know why it costs 1,000. Where a millionaire finds out what the value that $1,000 brings into their life.
Yeah.
I'm that guy who brings the value into people's lives, and I only want to work with the people who find that value. I don't want to work with just everybody who needs state minimum insurance limits or is in a rush to get a house and they're going to cancel the policy the next day. I want someone who really wants a fiduciary who's involved in making sure that their investments are protected, their rental properties are protected, everything in between, because my family's worked their entire lives to build something and I want to make sure I protect it. Like Superman, but in the insurance world.
Yeah. I feel like I'm drinking through a fire hose, what they say, with learning so much about insurance. Of course, I got interested in it by knowing you, and there's just such interesting products out there where you can even get your, one thing that was important to me, I was like, is there products where you can get your money back, like life insurance? And you said there's a rider you can put on it where it's like, it's almost like issuing your own bond. I won't bore people with getting too far into it, but there's just so many creative products out there that just are, there's something for everybody, is what I've learned by talking to you for.
Well, it's a lot of times in the life insurance industry, people think it's cookie cutter. So that would mean you and I would get the same exact policy, same coverage, etc. And that is the exact opposite of what life insurance represents. You work with someone who's talented and understands how to build a program. They will build a policy that will give you everything that you need at an affordable rate and give you the exact thing that a life insurance is supposed to do, which is peace of mind.
Yeah.
Peace of mind that when you sign that piece of paper or you give us that payment, that for the rest of your life, whatever you're protecting is covered. And that's why I love what I do. Most people, when a funeral happens and claims happen in the insurance world, they hate it. Me, that's when I live up to my word, so to speak. I show up at people's wakes and when people have passed away, and most people are bringing egg dishes or deviled eggs or chicken. I'm bringing a check to live on, to give on people's lives, their dreams, their destinies, whatever they've been trying to accomplish. It's a different experience when you go to a wake like that.
So you're doing what you say you're going to do. And that biggest fear in insurance is like, and we've all dealt with it. Your car gets hit by somebody or blah, blah, blah. And they make it so hard to get what you deserve and the money. And it sounds like you go out of your way to make sure, no, I got it for you. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, in general, that's why you need to have an insurance agent, because your agent is who's your representation. Like your lawyer is when you go to court, your insurance agent is your representation in the insurance market between the claims adjuster and the underwriting team and the rates that you get and things of that.
It's just like Verizon, like my internet. Like if I have a problem or the bill's wrong, I have to try to get on the phone. It's going to be an hour before I talk to somebody and they're not going to help me. And I'll pay more so that when I call you, I know you're there to help. Like that down the line, like that is invaluable because it is just so frustrating. So yeah, that's super important to me. And people are texting me today, clients that already closed. I've already been paid. Yeah, but they need help. And guess what? I'll do it because I know what they're going to remember me. I'm going to make sure of that.
I have a client right now. I'm no longer with the company any longer, and I'm still making sure that her insurance policy is taken care of, because when I walk away, she'll still remember if I helped her or not. No matter if I'm still a part of the company or not. It's more about, did he do what he said he was going to do?
So we want this for everybody. We want everybody to feel this way, or anybody that does feel this way to come on here, and we're going to shine the light on you so that you can have content to walk away with, help boost this thing up. The next steps for this thing that we're building here are to start getting people on with us, people that are excited, making the clips for them. Again, not many will watch a full podcast. I don't even watch a full podcast of a famous person, honestly.
I don't even watch Joe Rogan.
That's what I'm saying. So we'll get you some really good clips to take home with you to boost, let people know who you are.
Hey guys, I want to just let everybody know we appreciate you guys being here. We know this was a makeshift opportunity. It's our first time, first go around. Just know that the production is going to get better. The conversations get better. The people that we bring on are going to bring value.
There'll be better looking people on here.
Yeah, there will be better looking people probably, I have to say. It's hard, I'm not going to lie. But we did find a couple, so I'm just going to throw that out there. Anyway, guys, I just want to wrap this up with saying it's a great Friday. Christian, I am so excited for this opportunity. We are so excited to bring this to you guys. Have a great weekend, and we look forward to bringing you the next episode. Have a great day, everybody.
Roll the credits.
That's what I'm talking about.